Welcome back for another great episode. Today I am trying to get the whole everything zoned in the way I want it. So we're going to start off with zoning in the new residential area, which is our new curvy residential area. Remember, I try to keep the commercial on the 6-lane street and off that highway, which is a main highway. And then I'll do all the residential and the, that's industrial on the other side over there. So let's get that going. Once those are in, it is time for all the parks and all those city services is what I call them. I still have yet to put in the buildings, the special buildings, but we need to get all the city services in that make sense for the area, so let's put those in. So now we are back to zoning because we want to make sure that we get all the zoning that we possibly can get in the city, and I want to make sure that I do this correct. The 6-lane street that you see going down through there, that will always be one that I can zone on, whereas the other 6-lane streets are streets that I don't want to zone on. So we want to make sure that we get all those residential, commercial, and offices, because there is just a tiny bit of commercial needed, tiny bit of residential, and a tiny bit of industrial. But let's try to get all that done. I am certain that this D roundabout is going to be a really bad idea, but also the parking is an issue. Why they park on streets like this? So I have to go through now and get rid of all the parking on the streets that I don't want it on. That looks like all the streets that need to be unparked, I guess you'd say. And now I need to go back and finish the zoning over in this industrial section. So let's get that done. Okay, so maybe those D roundabouts aren't the worst thing ever. So let's try another one over here, or at least maybe I'll do a full roundabout. We'll have to see, but we need to get traffic moving in here. So let's do something with it. I'm going to tell myself that roundabout's going to work, well, D about. And then I'm going to put in some parking structures here, so hopefully the people who are here will take care of that. That looks a little bit big. I know I have a smaller one. Maybe I will try to put those in. It might make more sense. We'll see, but yeah, as always, I'm going to double check and make sure that we have all the services that we need. Big thing about this game is you want to make sure that everybody is happy. And then we want to make sure that this road flows correctly. This is just going to run into some problems. We will see what we can do. So realistically, I have nothing without removing this, so let's get rid of that, and then up the road size, so that way we can have a bigger, of course the parking lot's going to have to go, I can do this, it's no problem, so we will take care of that. I just think that this is going to be a hideously bad thing, eventually. But for now, I'm not sure how I'm going to take care of this. I really want it to be a roundabout, but it... not without rebuilding a lot of things. Maybe if I move stuff. Stuff being moved would be good. And that should give me enough room to do what I need. Maybe, in a way. We will see. It does, so this should clear up my problem with this roundabout. I mean, traffic is going away, so it is clearing up the problem. Alright, so that should be problem solved for now, but let's keep an eye on this simply because we know that it'll be bad later on. And once again, taking care of that parking problem. Okay, there's a ridiculously high demand for residential zoning, so let's get back into zoning our residential area since we have it all, planned out and the sidewalks are in and everything, so let's get it back. Remember, it's noisy on the street, so if you can do some buffers with office buildings, that sort of thing, it will help your residents. Okay, that is done. Now I really need to look at public transportation. I need to get the buses in. I need to get things like the metro in. Yeah, because look at all that. There's no transportation. Everybody's driving their cars around. So let's get this in. Where am I going to put this? Because I don't want to put it on that road, but it really needs to go somewhere. Okay. Realistically, I like to put these things where it's going to be like in a industrial area because nobody wants to live around a bus station. So we'll put that there, and then we're going to start putting in our bus lines. Let's do the bus lines now. If I'm going to put in the bus lines, I might as well put in the metro too, because the bus lines will be tied in with the metro. So let's get the metro stations all in. I'm going to try to put them on that main street, which I said I wasn't going to put anything on, and put them near where people can actually walk to the walk to the metro station from like a side street. And then I'll also put bus lines there, but this is going to take a while, so let's get that going. I know those are not the most realistic curves and everything, but hey, it's a start. So let's put in the actual line, and we'll just have this. I'll do a double where one goes one way, one goes the opposite way, and that will help people. So if you miss one bus or you go somewhere and you want to come back, it's really easy to do. So let's do that. Now that the metro lines are all in, let's make sure that you can actually get to them. So I'm going to put in sidewalks where there aren't sidewalks, or at least dirt paths so that way you can walk from the street to the metro line without much problem. So let's get those in. Now that the metro's in, I want to get a train station, like a passenger train station over here on this side. But I want it to look I want it to be like makes sense. That's too big. Yeah, okay. So it's going to have to be the smaller train station. And then as I'm pulling this out, I'm now realizing I have to put in the road first because, well, reasons. So let's get this in. It's the only place that really can go that I can think of. I'll pull the road off of that bridge-like area, and it'll just be a small road for now, but we'll put it there. Okay, power is in, but I know that I'm going to get that extra power by just adding some more industrial over here, just putting it down. But I also know that I'm going to probably need a metro station out by there, so that way people don't have to drive all the way in, which means I'm going to have to put one in, and it shouldn't be that hard, so let's get that in right there. Alright, the station is in, and once again you can see that we have a high demand for residential and commercial, so let's get those in now. Okay, I don't think that I'm going to need this, but I'm going to put in the road maintenance place simply because, just in case, maybe it'll help keep the roads better, in better shape. I think that's only used in the winter, in the weather one, but we'll put it in anyway. I do know that I want to start thinking about having a ferry or some sort of cargo hub, and I'm going to try to figure out where to put that. But, I mean, everything looks good. We have enough power. We have enough everything, I guess. But we need to really think about where to put this cargo hub, because I really, really, really want one. And I'm thinking if I go out here, I can put the cargo hub there and then have like an industrial area, because I know that that's where the coal is, or the oil is right there. So I can have that specialized area for oil, and we'll put that in now so that I don't forget it. We'll make this I think it's oil, yeah, oil or coal, one or the other. And we'll make that our specialized area. And then it'll be part residential, part industrial. And I'll get that 6-lane road going down from the center, from the middle of it, and that should help, work it out so it looks pretty good. Then maybe the boat will go down at the very end. We'll do like some sort of loop around at the end, but that's going to come sometime later. Alright, let's get this road in. Now, let's check out the... I don't have it yet, do I? Nope, I have the ferries. I don't have the cargo hub or any of that, but that is where I'm going to put it. Once I get enough people, I'm going to put it there. So, it'll be pretty soon. So, looking at this, I need to put in the industrial area. What are those? I don't know. They look like they could have been, at one point, they were going to be canals built into the map. But let's try to avoid those, and let's just start putting in our wonderful industrial area. As it happens every time that you put in a new industrial area, you notice that the demand for residential goes way, way up, and I have to go back and put in that residential. No. I need to keep focused. Stay focused on these things. Making sure that my train station works, but no, I know that my residential is what's important right now, and I mean, that looks pretty good. I think I've got all the residential in there that I need. A few more spots. So we will finish that in. So this is going to be my other residential, and I think possibly a commercial area eventually. I'm not going to put that one in right away, but I'm going to box it off, and I'm going to do something different with it. I have an idea in my mind, but we're going to have to wait and see how well this works. I don't want to do too much major with the traffic, but I do know that it will be really sort of interesting. Now, let's get that built in there so that we can... I mean, realistically, I'm creating these grids so that it's a grid system and it'll work really well. Then once the grid is in, we can then go back and make it special. Make it really work for us. And that's what I'm going to try to do. But this one's going to be, I think, another residential area. We will see. And I know I need more connections to like the highway, and I could just easily like maybe I'll just do one of those my cheating connection, and we'll see if we can get that one to work there. Well, that didn't take any time and not be filled with tons and tons of mistakes. Okay, so I admit it. I made a few mistakes in there and had to go back and correct it. But hey, that's what happens. Now what I'm going to do is I realize that I want to do some changes. If you're going to do changes on like a major highway, stop it. Stop the time, because if you don't, you're going to regret this. So we're going to get this in there, and hopefully it will be sort of makes sense. Maybe I'm going to try to do a roundabout here, and yeah, that's not going to work. So what I'll do is I will take out the road, and then I will try to do my roundabout. So let's do a roundabout here. Okay, it has to be getting late and I have to be getting tired because that took way too long and there were way too many mistakes in that for you know what I would normally do. Normally I'm not that bad about these things. Okay, what next? It would be sort of nice to have a connection to that highway, but I don't know. I don't want this. I want this to be another curvy, fun kind of road area, so we're going to try putting that in, but I mean, like, so it's more just like the other one, less linear, more curves. And I know it doesn't seem like it's going to start off that way, but it will. You just have to believe. So let's get this in. Alright, as I'm doing that, I should also keep track and see how what is this? They need workers. So we need unskilled workers. Problem is, they probably don't have enough way to get over there. So I can either do my residential area now, or I could give them a way over there, which would make the most sense. And since I've been doing the metro, let's see if we can get a metro out here first. And see if we can find some place where it could go, and we'll put the metro in. Okay, getting the metro across the river is going to be vastly annoying, I have a feeling, because you have to go down underneath the water. And every time I do this, I always make tons of... Oh. Well, we're not going to fight with that one. Yes, pretty curves would be really nice, but no, let's just get this thing in here, get it out there, and we can finish this up. Now let's put in a pathway to the metro station, and I think now that the tracks are going out, the trains are going out there, I think that's going to be it for today. Yeah, so we got some public transportation in, started a new section of town. I think that's pretty good. I think we're just going to leave it here, take a look at it, see how big our new area has grown. And I'm really happy with that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You can share it. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the other videos on this channel. I love making these videos for you, and I hope I get to see you again next time.